And just to give you guys an idea, this fence about 5.5 feet tall. If we take a look to where the floodwaters are the deepest, you can see almost completely full of water. Some of the signs of the damage to see that it's more tornadic in nature. One of the things the meteorologist was pointing out is if the damage hits on all four sides of a building, that tends to mean that it has more of a tornadic element to it than if it was just on one side of the building. That would indicate more of a straight line wind scenario. We don't mean to scare you with it, but this is what some of our West Michigan teachers and principals are going through to prepare for a worst case scenario, to learn from our past when shootings like these were literally unthinkable. I was allowed into a unique training session at Penfield High School in Calhoun County, and our cameras captured some very intense moments.
Hiding underneath their desks or in the back part of a choir room or a classroom.
If you were paying attention in April of 1999, this grainy surveillance video is trapped somewhere in your memory. Two high school boys with guns hunting their classmates in the Columbine High School cafeteria.
I am a teacher at Columbine High School. There is a student here with a gun. He was shot out a window.
The panicked 911 calls show just how unprepared schools were for this kind of violence.
Everyone stay on the floor! Stay on the floor! Stay on the table! Okay, try and keep as many people down as we can.
Down on the ground, under desks, and under tables. It's the exact right thing to do for many emergencies, but more than 10 years post-Columbine, we now know it's the exact wrong thing to do if there's someone in a school hunting.
Peg? Yeah. You come here for a minute. I forgot because, hey, you disciplined my student, my son at school. Yeah.
Thankfully, this scene isn't real. But what is very real is that an attacker can take his first victim just that quickly. We can show you because the Calhoun County Sheriff's Department granted us unprecedented access to its teacher training. The first drill we were part of exposed what can go so wrong.
Bad spot. Bad.
And just how easy.
Not a good spot. Very poor spot there, boy.
And how quick an attacker, if they get inside school grounds, can kill if all you do is run and hide.
Nope. I think I missed anybody in there. It's you again.
The first scenario highlighted the challenges with meeting the biggest goal, that goal to get all the kids inside the classroom and lock the door. But tough decisions might need to be made. Imagine this, a teacher and students are safe inside a class, but a kid comes knocking. Should the teacher open that door, or would that expose the whole classroom to danger? Deputies didn't tell teachers the right answers. The point was to get them thinking about the unthinkable before it happens.
How many people in here were shot? Raise your hands.
11 lives lost in a span of just 2 minutes. That's likely quicker than any cops, the traditional first responders, could get to the scene.
I'm sorry that we have to talk about this, but we have to remember, this is not our fault. This is not my fault. These are some gentlemen who killed a lot of people in schools. That's their fault. This is why we have to talk about this.
If this isn't resolved by tomorrow morning, are you going to bring her tomorrow?
No, I'll drop her off or I'll bring her down that way. I will not bring her back to this area.
It's just the possibility of what could happen that's the most frightening for Renee Sivens. She and her young family moved to this neighborhood right before the start of school, but it was only today, week 2, that she learned her 6-year-old's bus stop is in front of the house of 2 registered sex offenders, both convicted of sex crimes against children, and that the district has known that fact since last school year.
The people who lived at the house, the sex offenders themselves, actually called the district and said, "We want you to move the bus stop."
Then there's no reason that bus stop should be there at all. The bus stop should have been moved a long time ago.
That's right. I spoke off camera to one of the men who lives here. He told us he called the district last year to try to get the stop moved someplace else, but that never happened. We were told something different last night.
So we moved the bus stop, and we moved it down about 50 yards, I believe it is, and it's near a corner, and we've been picking up since then.
So we checked both before school and after, and this is what we saw. The bus stopping in the same place. We took that new information to the superintendent.
It's so unfair. It's really unfair.
How is it
Why don't
unfair?
you put that on there? It's so unfair the way we're treated.
After that initial conversation, Target 8 called Reeder, giving him another opportunity to talk, and he met us outside, vowing things will be different tomorrow morning.
I apologize to our parents. I mean, this should have already been done, but that's the job of a superintendent. I did not do my job.
Reeder tells us he does plan to proactively address this issue in the future, saying his transportation department will match sex offender addresses against bus stops rather than waiting for someone to call them asking for a move.